Welcome back to another episode of Bush Bundys. Follow us as we go back and sluice the spot we were at last week. We also do a bit of detecting and a bit of exploration. Let's go. Well, I'm up here in the terraces and well, I'm just gonna have a look around. I always like to see the history, what the old timers were doing. Gives you a little bit of an indication as to where you could potentially find some good gold in the creek, where they were sluicing down the hills and things like that. Now, I've been told by a couple of fellas that I met up here the other week that there is some mine shafts up here, and well, I really want to find them. I want to find them. If you look down here, you can see that all of this channel all through here has just been absolutely sluiced to shit. Tailings piles everywhere. So this is kind of a good sign. A lot of that, you know, that would have been sluicing down into the river, and that means potentially good gold at the bedrock if they missed out some areas. Obviously the equipment that the old timers were using back in the day were a lot less advanced than we are now, right? So with our detectors and things like that, we can pick up on where they left off, and you know, if they left a lot of stuff out here, and that means gold too. Well, I've found the mine shaft. Would you look at this? How incredible. Holy. That is insane. I would not want to go in there. Holy. I need to see if I can get a bloody light in there, because that's hectic. Getting a bit of a signal here. It's right there. It is a very isolated signal, which is a very good sign. I honestly didn't think I'd find anything up here. I'm quite high up into the mountains, but you can see here, this is exposed bedrock. And look at that, just a massive bedrock shelf. A bit of a catchment zone potentially. It looks like an area the old timers have worked. So there could be some leftovers from them, but I'm a bit skeptical. But like I said, it was a very isolated target here. I think it was right in here somewhere, but I can't see anything. But I don't know. I'm not hugely excited considering how shallow this is. That signal wasn't very strong. Even a small bit of gold, it would really be cranking that whip, you know. I'm gonna say it's not, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a look. You're getting, you know, full gold. And it's right there. It's a full gold signal right here in the very middle of this, but there is definitely no gold here, so interesting. It's on full automatic, and usually when it's doing a signal like that, it's gold. Well, unfortunately it was nothing. Got my hopes up for that one, even though it really did seem like there couldn't be anything on that because it was just smooth and in your face. But yeah, broke a bit of it out, and then the signal kind of just went all patchy and went away, so it was just some crap in the rock really. But lovely ground, lovely ground, yeah. And the terraces here, and I was getting a signal over there, getting a very, very strong non-ferrous signal. But usually when it's that strong, it's gonna be something large, something that the old timers worked. So we're gonna dig that out anyway, because it's always good to dig out a non-ferrous signal. A little bit of quartz there. God, imagine if this was a big nuggy. Hey, look, it's just blanking out. Let's keep going. It's definitely going to be a bit of metal or something, eh? There's no way it's going to be that strong a signal and then be gold, unless it was big, which I would totally be all for. So you can see here, it's just a bit of metal, potentially from a sluice, or maybe, I don't, the water race. It does kind of look like a bit of a water race that runs through a channel here. It's kind of hard to say really, but I'm not going to dig it up. It's just too much effort for obviously nothing. So I'm just going to fill this hole back in and pretend I was never here. Ooh. Shit. Very dangerous up in these mountains, so if you do come up, be careful. So look at this channel here, it runs straight through down to the river. It's quite hard to see on camera, but there is a very deep V channel here. It might be worth detecting. I can't tell if this is natural or if it was sluiced, but either way, a natural catchment zone for anything that washes down it. Oh yeah! Don't you just love being in the bush? It's such a great feeling. Being out in nature, it's incredible. Bloody love it, man. Bloody love it. So I can actually see where they started the sluicing. Sort of just, there's a bit of a channel that starts here and then it shoots down, so after that it looks like they haven't touched it. As you look at this massive slip here, surely there's gold in that. Check this out. You got those are either goat or deer prints there. It's obviously heading up that way. Crazy stuff. the outback of New Zealand, and behind me, as you can see, is the underside of a large rock. So as you can imagine, we've come back to the spot that we were sluicing last week. We got 1.8 grams, a lot more than we actually thought, which is incredible stuff. So we're gonna keep going, There's plenty more ground to work here. There could potentially be some bigger bits of gold down at the bedrock. That's what we're hoping for anyway. Get the gold! Hey?
Nah, there's like a flake in this bucket.
A flake?
Nothing crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Another tiny little bit of gold there.
Nothing crazy.
The gold is still dropping, guys. Let's go. Wee picker?
Wee picker in the morning. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it, mate.
Gotta love it.
Shit, yeah.
Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. I'm just trying to work down here, up there, so that we can actually go all the way in and get rid of all the bottom stuff.
Yeah, because what we really want to get down to that bedrock layer.
And to check, yeah, and make sure that we actually get all the good pieces. That 0.5 came from hitting down that face, so
yeah, if we
its friends would have carried on to the bottom, and he was just lazy. Just walking real slow, that one.
I'm hoping some of his fat mates fell down a bit more though.
Yeah. His chubby friends.
He's got some chubby mates that like to do some
Party at the bottom.
parties at the bottom, yeah. Parties at the bottom! You can really see the kind of work that we've done here now. We're just trying to dig this entire thing out, trying to get to that bedrock, which is actually very deep in there. We found consistent blood gold, a couple of nice chunky bits too. It's a lot of bloody work, mate. Well, I can't tell you guys how deep this bloody hole is. Oh wait, I can. I'm over knee deep currently, and I'm still not at the bottom of the bedrock. Really looking at this, I thought maybe there'd be a nice shelf there, but it just seems to go down, 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 which is making it really hard to dig now. Shit. Here we go, we got a little target in here, mate. Listen to that one. Mostly gold, very, very strong target, whipping as we like to say. And when the Gold Monster 1000 whips like that, that's generally the gold sound. There is a bit of a difference between when you've got iron or gold or anything, you know, ferrous versus non-ferrous, but the gold tends to just whip, just because it's such a small thing. It sort of glides past that coil in a very specific action, I suppose, whereas like the rocks with the iron content sort of are a little more sort of slow and long whips, if you know what I mean. That's gold, mate.
Yeah, don't they say that the tail end of the sound drops off all of a sudden with gold, where iron kind of like is a longer tail.
Yeah, it's kind of like a relaxed, like, yeah, a longer curve of sound, I would say. Yeah, probably a good way of putting it. So anyway, yeah, there's going to be a bit of gold in that, so let's dig that up. It's definitely in there. I'll just double check here again. Yeah, it's gone. So it's in the pan. Come on! Give us a big one! A big groomer! Give us a groomer! And it's not gold. Come on.
And he lost it.
I don't lose gold, so it must... Surely.
What's that?
Ah, is that a lead ball? It's one of those lead balls. Ah! It's like a lead pellet.
Does look like a lead pellet.
Yeah.
No wonder it was so strong.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want gold! Where's gold? Okay guys, I have found a nice little crevice. That's exactly what we're looking for. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, you can see in here there's a couple of little bits of gold. Couple little bits of gold in here now. Love a bit of colour. Nice little bit, didn't even make the black matting. There's nice little bits all over the place really. There's even one sitting in here in the green mat. Oh, shit, yeah.
So try to pick it up.
Oh, you give it a go if you want. Yeah, you got it. Ha. This is probably the nicest piece of the day, I would say. Quite jagged, very, very chunky bit of gold there. That is fantastic. Oh yeah. We love inspecting. You can really see how big a hole we dug, and yet we still couldn't get to the bedrock. Man, a dredge here would be wonderful, but unfortunately we cannot do that. We're kind of just stuffing around now. Getting pretty tired, so you can see I'm pretty wet. So I think we're gonna probably call it soon, I'd say. But I'll show you how much gold we got. Nice bit of gold there. Shit, yeah, I'm happy with that. So that is the final cleanup. We'll go home and do a little bit of a weigh and let you know how much gold we got. Another day sluicing the spot. Let's go. 1.35 grams all up. Lovely stuff. Some of the bigger bits from today. That one in the middle there is quite a nice looking bit of gold. Well, that is the end of another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the golding, and we will see you on the next one. Later, ball. Party's at the bottom!